New milestone passed. Hello guys. Today is a big day. I'm going to show you the actual build that every second tier Patreon subscriber can already play right now. And this is the main news. The first playable build was 3 weeks ago. It was tested thanks to my supporters and active community members. There was bug fixes, there was more features implemented, and now we've got a final arena build. What is this? The arena build is a complete part of the game in which you can create your own characters, customize their appearance, weapons, animations, characteristics, then create skills for your warriors using a deep skill constructor. Customize skill animations and their speed, customize visual effects and logics, and then spawn them in the world and make them fight. 1-on-1, 2-on-2, crowd-on-crowd. This is the arena build. The arena itself will be a part of the main game, designed to help the players test their created monsters and characters. At the moment, the arena is a demonstration of the combat system and the customization patterns which I will follow throughout the game. So, without further ado, let's take a look on characters I made. The Gladiator has good health and great physical damage, can straighten himself, has several mass attacks and immunity to slowing down and immobilization, thanks to which he feels especially good in mass battles. But in a battle with the Magician, he may have trouble. Let's put a Sorcerer as his opponent. The Sorcerer has an exceptional damage and control, but pay for it with long spellcasts and low health. Gladiator uses Rage on the way to the target. The Wizard begins the battle by trying to stop the opponent's movement by freezing, but the Gladiator uses a skill that makes him unstoppable. The Wizard managed to put the enemy to sleep when he's already got too close and runs away to a safe distance. He uses a spell with delayed damage to keep him asleep a little longer, and then the most powerful spell with the longest cast time. The Gladiator takes serious damage but gets to his opponent and deals no less damage with 2 quick attacks. The Wizard breaks the distance with a teleport and puts the Gladiator to sleep again. All powerful skills are already in the cooldowns, but the Wizard combines simple damage with control and finishes off the Gladiator. Good job, Sorcerer! The Assassin is a melee character with huge damage to weakly and medium protected targets. He has average health, great mobility and uses blinding and silence to control. But in a battle against the Gladiator, it can be hard for him. The Assassin starts the fight by blinding the Gladiator and shortening the distance. He tries to do as much damage as possible, but the Gladiator's armor is too strong. We see how the blinded Gladiator misses a lot, but when the blinding passes, he quickly reduces the Assassin's health with his pressure. The Assassin managed to escape from another mass attack. He waits for his stun and the most powerful attack to be available and makes another attempt to break through the Gladiator's armor one last time and falls down. However, the battle against the Wizard is almost guaranteed to be a clean victory for Assassin. He also starts the fight with blinding and immediately shortens the distance, which allows him to avoid freezing. He then uses silence on the Wizard, making him almost harmless. The Wizard uses the only available teleport and tries to escape, but the Assassin is much faster. As soon as he catches the Wizard, 2 blows are enough for him to completely kill him. Let's look at another type of Wizard, Spirit Master. He doesn't have the same powerful one-time damage as a Sorcerer. However, it is more mobile and unpleasant. In battle, he uses fear to control enemy and deals damage with periodic effects, as well as drains mana and removes buff abilities. The battle with the Wizard can end in victory for both sides. The Spirit Master starts the battle with an instant dot effect and almost instant mana withdrawal. The other guy uses freezing, preventing the opponent from getting close enough to use fear. The Wizard is trying to put Spirit Master to sleep, but my magic classes have good magic protection, and this time he failed. The Spirit Master uses his ultimate Aging, which quickly shortens the Wizard's life, and he simply kites his opponent. The Wizard still managed to put his target to sleep, but instead of attacking, he decided to flee. Unfortunately, the arena requires sacrifices, and the battle continues with another sleep, followed by an already known sequence of powerful skills. And there were enough of them to cause fatal damage. But wait, the Spirit Master managed to use the dot, and it looks like there will be no winner of this battle. That was close. But will the Spirit Master be able to cope with the Chanter? The support class has a high survival rate, healing and group strengthening abilities. He doesn't have a lot of damage, but he's damn hard to kill. The Spirit Master uses all the attacking spells he has, while the Chanter strengthens themselves. And then takes the Chanter out of the game with fear. However, the Spirit Master no longer has attacking skills, so he has no choice but to hang around. Despite the large damage received, Chanter is able to heal himself completely, continuing to slowly but surely undermine the Spirit Master's health. One more fear and one more attempt to break through the Chanter's health. Close, but not close enough. The support class ends this fight with the victory. Another support class is the healer. Despite his average health, his healing abilities are enough to keep a group of allies alive, simultaneously removing weakening spells from them. His only attacking skill deals serious damage, but it takes a long time to use its full potential. We can watch the healer and Chanter fight, though it may take a long time. The healer is not aggressive by default, so the Chanter easily straightens himself and gets close. As we see, the damage of both is clearly not enough to break through the healing. I will speed up the fight, but in fact, equally equipped classes can fight endlessly. And the Templar, a class designed to be the most protected and protective. His skills force his opponent to attack him. He can redirect damage from an ally to himself, and it's damn hard to kill him. Despite its protection, it's quite dangerous in close combat for any weakly protected opponent. However, if I put it against the healer, then we will never see an end of it. So I'll put a sorcerer as his opponent. The standard rotation of skills for a wizard to control and deal as much damage as possible. By the way, this rotation is fully calculated by the game itself. I don't set the correct order of skills anywhere. Each skill evaluates its effectiveness at the moment, and the characters will effectively use any of your skills. We can see that the wizard fails to break through the thick protective abilities of the Templar. After another pull, he does good damage to the wizard, although he immediately breaks the distance with the teleport. It's suicide to stand near to the Templar, and the wizard knows it. But he still has no chance in such circumstances to win. Let's have a bigger battle. Take for example two gladiators enchanted by a Chanter against a healer, a caster and a Spirit Master. We see how both gladiators immediately came under full control. In the form of freeze and fear, after that the whole group decided to focus their damage on Chanter. The duration of the controls was just enough to finish him off, but the Spirit Master turns out to be too close to the angry gladiators. The healer tries to keep him alive, but the damage to almost naked spellcaster is too much. Nevertheless, he pulls out the second wizard literally from the other world. Let's see if 2 assassins can handle 3 magicians. Two assassins have 2 blindness and 2 silences. They control 2 opponents and immediately get rid of the third. One of the assassins turns out to be asleep, but the second one practically copes with another sorcerer. However, at the moment when the silence passes, he also turns out to be asleep. The Spirit Master makes a mistake of interrupting the sleep while the sorcerer was too close, and the assassin managed to make the last blow. The battle of the Spirit Master and the assassins always ends very quickly, and any mistake on both sides is fatal. Let's finally have an all-on-all battle. Unfortunately, I will not be able to objectively comment on such battle. But for now, I will tell you my further development plans. The next milestone is build, where you can create your monsters and spawn them in the actual game world, then customize player classes, which will be automatically spawned over time. These player characters will fight monsters to level up. This is the foundation on which it will be possible to build up features in any order. Quests, consumable items, NPCs, and separately. As soon as I reach the next milestone, the project will get on the rails of constant periodic builds with new and new functionality. You can play the current arena build right now by supporting me on Patreon. Community members shared their saves with me, and I saw really interesting skill ideas and beautiful fights of the characters they created. So join us and experiment with your ideas right now. Wishlist this game on Steam if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel. I will definitely record for you many more videos from different stages of development. I will also remind you to join the Discord, where you can ask any questions and suggest any ideas. And on this kind note, I say goodbye to you and leave you to see who wins the battle of 2 teams. Until next time.